Alrighty, let's see what BS Hassan got to say today. Hassan Campbell on getting shot. I think of Nipsey and Dolphin dying from same thing. Oh Lord, I know this is about to be some bull. Why does he always think he a rapper? Bruh, you're not Dolphin, you're not Nipsey. Please stop disrespecting Nipsey and Dolph. Like that's so disrespectful. Please don't compare yourself to them two individuals. Let's see what this clown got to say.
So what's next for you at this point?
Just breathing, living now, learning to appreciate the things that God gave me. I sit back and I reflect.
Losing some weight. You need to join the fitness club for 2024. And in the beginning of the year, gym memberships be having some really good specials. And don't say you ain't got the money.
I look at my children. They look at me. I've been talking to them lately, and just enjoying life. I can really say that. I've been through some things mentally, but when you really sit back and you really analyze, God has blessed me, and it's time for me to start living up to that and appreciating that now, and just living life a little bit. Because a lot of people, I'm throwing tantrums and flipping out, but a lot of people don't live how I'm living right now.
Yeah, man, you have an actual following, something that very few people have actually been able to pull off. Like if I had to start all over again, if Vlad TV had me launched in 2023 from 0 subscribers with no history, I don't know if I could pull it off. I launched Vlad TV in 2008 when we were one of the only games in town. I was one of the only people doing interviews and uploading regularly to YouTube. I mean, this is why, I'm not saying I'm the best at this or whatever else, but I've been doing it the longest, consistently, in the hip-hop space. That's just the facts. That's just the history of it. But you got into it way later, and you managed to get a following. 500,000 subscribers is not easy to get on YouTube, and you pulled it off. And you could actually make legal money, and people care what you have to say. You've been on big platforms like Academics, Math Hoffa, now you can say Vlad TV, add that to your resume. And a lot of people, I'm sure all those people in the projects where you got shot, 95% of the people wish that they could have the type of income stream that you have. Legal, talking shit, giving your opinions, not having to go to a 9-to-5 job, not having to punch a clock. You know what I'm saying? Like not having to work for a boss that you hate. You actually are making it on your own from scratch, creating your own content. So don't.
This is what he wanted. He wanted DJ Vlad's approval. Yo, I bet you this made him feel like the biggest thing on earth to know that Papa Daddy, his zaddy, Vlad TV is giving him the stamp of approval. Look how much he's smiling. This is all what he wanted. He just wanted Daddy, Zaddy, Vlad TV approval. Look at him right now. All that stuff that he was talking about Vlad, he just wanted his approval this whole time. Boy, this dude is a clown. Look at him.
Don't throw all that shit away because you get angry and want to lash out one day. Because like I said at the beginning of the interview, you got extremely lucky to have a shoulder shot and, your arm still works and everything, right?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Like, you could have had an arm that's just permanently in a sling. Or, like I said before, you could be in a wheelchair. You could be on life support. You could be dead.
You know what?
When bullets, these are not Navy SEALs that are shooting at you, that are precision. No one aimed for your shoulder. You just happen to get hit in the shoulder.
When I see guys like Nipsey Hussle gone, and I feel like Nipsey stood for something, and I'm still here, young Dolph was doing good things. I'm blessed. I could have been gone.
Yeah, you could have been Nipsey easy. You could have been Dolph easy. These are all people that are hanging out in the same type of environment that you were hanging out in. Your old neighborhood, surrounded by people that you knew, grew up with. And with that, like Boosie always says, people get hypnotized with hatred. This is why Boosie moved out of Baton Rouge and never came back. I mean, he does shows and shit, but I'm saying he moved away, moved to Atlanta, got a big house, and said, I'm cool. I'm not going to stick around, and deal with this shit. Because in your hometown, you will get the most love, but you will also get the most hate.
But when they develop envy because they go home.
Yeah, I remember when we were in elementary school, you said you would do this and you actually did it. And, no, I've been watching all your videos and, we go back all these years. That feels really good. I love when people that I haven't talked to in 20 years tell me they've been following my stuff and how much they've enjoyed it. And they start talking about certain things, man. There's nothing like that feeling. But at the same time, there's those people that are around you who haven't done shit with their lives. And you're a constant reminder of how little they've done themselves. And that type of anger will start to really just take over and really put you in a place where you don't care. And, I don't know who shot you. I don't know anything about the situation, but it clearly wasn't random. And I'll just leave it at that.
Well, I mean, like you said, see, in a situation with me, I was kind of hard on the young boys in Bronx River. And particularly, one named Don. I was hard because Don was a young boy that I had so much love for, but he was a younger version of Africa Bambaataa. His murder is on the internet is horrific. The way he died, it hurt everybody. But there were so many allegations on him and so many people that he raped boys and girls. And because of the little circle that he ran with, those females, those people in general, they were intimidated. So that situation with me speaking out against him kind of probably sparked the hatred with some of those guys in the Bronx River, the ones I would say in their 30s. And with me, I have to apologize to the younger generation because the younger generation wasn't around for Africa Bambaataa. And instead of me keeping the animosity with the elders, I let some of my animosity trickle down on everybody. The younger generation had nothing to do with.
Exactly. I don't know why you went to Bronx River crying for help. Like the people that live there probably don't even know what the hell you're talking about. I would hope the people that are around your age still don't live in that same area. So yeah, that was completely stupid.
With the situation with Africa Bambaataa, and I didn't have a right to aim my anger towards them. So I would say that, but for the most part, with the situation with Dawn, I'll say this to Bronx River. Some of y'all mad at me for saying what I said, but how do you stand next to a dude? I mean, this dude was so much of a tyrant, he knocked his mother out unconscious in the middle of the projects. And we ain't talking about an 18-year-old, but this dude was like 30 years old, maybe 28, 30 years old, knocked his mother out in the middle of the projects. Most men that I know don't have the balls to raise their hand at their mother. We get mad at our mother, we walk away. To actually pick up your fist and knock your mother out, he doesn't respect anybody. So that's what you're defending. The fact that he has rape cases on his jacket that he's been locked up for, there's multiple allegations, and even with his friends in the projects, he done knocked most of them out as well. So that's my thing right there. I'm never going to stand by and support a rapist ever. That's something that I hate with a passion.
I don't even know who you're talking about.
I feel you. I feel you, man. I feel the same way. But luckily you made it through. You're alive. You're breathing. You're a father. You have a lot of kids. Now's your chance to kind of rebuild whatever relationships aren't at the best, status right now. And you have a lot of years ahead of you. If you just keep your head down and doing the work, man, and what you do doesn't require you to go to Bronx River Projects. You can do it in your own house, but it's safe. You know what I'm saying? You can talk your shit in your living room if you want. You don't have to go to where you came from and go on this tirade and start getting into it with people and everything else like that, man. This is our first time meeting. But ultimately, man, I want you to have a long and fruitful life, man. We can disagree about things, but that doesn't mean that I want anything bad to happen to you. And, I want this to be the last time you get shot. I want this to be the last time you ever get into a violent situation. I told myself at one point, like, I plan on not getting into any more violent situations for the rest of my life. I don't know if it's going to be true, but I live my life with that philosophy. Now, that doesn't mean I'm scared. If I have to go somewhere where it might be potentially problematic, I'll bring armed security with me. And I'll bring actual police security or ex-police security, guys that are legally carrying a gun, that will legally shoot you, and then legally get on the stand and explain what happened. By the days of me bringing my homies around and they end up getting into it with someone and I got to deal with the repercussions, but those days are long gone, man. You could do a lot of things. At the end of the day, you can go anywhere in the world as long as you prepare for that situation. But certain places, there's no reason to go there. I don't go, I used to take my camera and go to the projects and film. I used to go to people's blocks and, when they tuck in their gun right before the interview, they're looking around for drive-bys and shit like that. I'm not doing none of that shit anymore, man. You do an interview with me, you're sitting where you're sitting right now in my studio, what I'm saying, with cameras everywhere in Midtown Manhattan where it's safe for everybody. Something happens in the studio, it's not going to be a mystery as to where it happens. There's like 20 or 30 cameras you have to go past on your way out. You know what I'm saying? And that's the only way I do my work. And, hopefully, man, things will be calm and peaceful for the rest of your days. And I wish you only the best.
Yeah, man, you elevated, Vlad. I mean, you came a long way.
Look at him. He just so happy. He's so happy that he made it to Vlad. Look at him. Look at him. He's so happy that he made it to Vlad, bro. Man, you look so stupid during all these interviews, man. Look, this dude, he just wanted Vlad's attention. He'd been talking all that stuff about Vlad, but he just wanted to be interviewed by Vlad. And the beginning of this video right here, boy, he was smiling so hard. He was smiling so hard when Vlad TV gave him a compliment. Look at this.
Projects where you got shot, 95% of the people wish that they could have the type of income stream that you have. Legal, talking shit, giving your opinions, not having to go to a 9-to-5 job, not having to punch a clock.
Look at him. Boy, he is blushing. Have y'all ever seen this before? Have y'all ever seen Hassan Campbell blush? Man, this dude is a clown, man. All the stuff that he talk about rappers, he just want to be a rapper. All the stuff that he was talking about Vlad, he just want to be Vlad. This dude just wants to be accepted by the people that he looks up to. Point blank, period. I'm up out of here. This dude's a clown.